Hi fellow makeup fiends, today's video is going to be a tutorial sort of get ready with me video, and it's for an everyday makeup look. Now I was requested by Beautyaddict92 to do an everyday makeup look, and this is a look that I would normally do if I was in a bit of a hurry, or I wasn't too sure what else I wanted to do, or if I was going to work and I didn't have a lot of time. I'm going to start with Peach Cream, which is a colour trend from Avon. And then I move on to White Chocolate from the Too Faced palette, which I'm obsessed with at the moment. I'm putting this all over the lid with a Sigma brush. And this is just going to create a little bit of a base over the top of that great Avon shade. The Avon cream shadow there is just really nice base. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it, but nothing too strong. And I like to put a shadow over the top of that because then blending is a lot easier to go over the top. On top of the White Chocolate, I'm putting on Champagne Truffle, which is a nice shimmery shade because I wanted the lid to have quite a shimmery sort of look, and I wanted it to be like an ivory colour, which is what this is. And this just blends really nicely on top of White Chocolate, and you can get like the true colour of it. Next, using a blending brush, this is the Buff and Blend brush from Sigma, I'm applying Salted Caramel into the crease and just above the crease. This is going to be the colour that the other colours actually sort of blend into, and this is like the edge colour. It's a really gorgeous colour. I've got nothing like Salted Caramel in any of my other collections, any of my other palettes. It's just a beautiful colour. I can't explain it enough to you, I'm a bit obsessed. Then taking Milk Chocolate from the palette, I put this in the corner of the eye and blend it to around just over halfway. And I'm actually keeping this just in the crease, so I'm not taking it right up over the Salted Caramel. And as you can see, this is just a really nice sort of warm brown colour, but it's nothing too dark. It just darkens up that crease a little. Moving on to Triple Fudge. This goes in the outer corner of the eye, and as you can see I'm buffing it into that corner there, and then taking it just up on the corner of the crease. And I like this sort of dark detail on the edge of the eye. I just think it's really nice. It's just quite a nice little detail, and these colours work just so well together. I really love them. I'm just blending that in to the Salted Caramel there. Next I'm taking White Chocolate and I'm putting that up on the brow, and then taking it all the way across to the inner corner and blending it across the edge of the Salted Caramel, which I didn't mention, that's what I was kind of putting on there. And then I turned the brush over to put Champagne Truffle back onto the lid just to make sure that it's got some nice shimmer there. Moving on to liner, I'm using the new silicone liner brush from Real Techniques and L'Oreal Black Gel Liner. As you can see here, I'm rolling it backwards and forwards in the gel liner to get a good coverage over all of the silicone tip. And then I'm just applying that to the upper lash line in little strokes. And really the thing to do with this is to continually turn the brush as you're working and just getting a good coverage, and then you can actually use it once it's applied. And as I'm doing here, I'm smoothing it over the liner and just getting like a really quite a nice smooth finish there. And as you can see, the line is just like, it's really very thin. Really love how this has turned out. It's a great little brush this, I would definitely recommend it if you'd like to have the black line on the upper lash line but nothing too deep. Next, moving to the Maybelline Master Kajal, which was actually in my Valentine's Glossy Box. This is in black. I'm actually just putting this on the lower lash line, and I'm taking it 2/3 of the way along the eye, and then I use it to tight line the eye, as you can see here. I hate doing this. I'm not a big fan of it, but it does make a huge difference. You can definitely see the difference when you do a tight line. Then taking it, I actually use it up on the lash line, just right along the edge of the lashes in case there's any little bits that I've like kind of missed out there. And also it just kind of sets the gel liner in place. I find that the gel liner will last a little bit longer if I use a pencil liner over the top or a shadow over the top. I guess it just kind of sets it in place. Moving on from there, I'm using a Sigma highlighter. It's an eyeliner in Enlighten. This is kind of a pale gold. It's not a true yellow gold, it's just a nice pale gold, and I'm using that on the inner third of the eye and just blending that into the black. I just like how this looks. It's quite a nice light touch on the inner corner of the eye. Next I'm moving on to Benefit's Their Real Mascara, and I'm just applying this. I really like this mascara and I really don't like it. It's just one of those love-hate relationships, I guess. I actually threw it out after using it because I found that it was a little bit funky. And that's the finished eye look. I really like how it looks. We're going to move on to the rest of the face. I've actually done a little bit of contouring, so I'm just adding Lotus blush, which is from the new Sesame palette. I applied it to the apples first and then take it up the cheeks. And my contour is with an Illamasqua shadow called Heroin, which is what Nikki by Nikki Tutorials swears by. So I invested in it. I get 10% off, and then I got a code to get an extra 20% off in Valentine's. So I actually took advantage of that, and I got Heroin shadow. I think it worked out being, I don't know, around a tenner. So it wasn't too bad. Moving on from here, I'm putting on Urban Decay's lip liner in Ozone. Best lip liner ever. It's just a clear waxy finish. You can't see it. Just stops the lipstick from bleeding. Next, I'm going to go back to something I forgot to do, which is highlight, and I'm using MAC's Strobe Cream for that. Just apply a few dots on the cheeks and then blend it in. I wanted to go for a subtle glow here, nothing too much, which is why I didn't go for a powder highlighter. I just went for the cream highlighter. Strobe cream is something I tend to use during the winter because if you've got oily skin, strobe lotion is better. Strobe cream is nice during the winter, but it also just makes quite a nice highlight on the cheeks. So that's what I tend to use this for. And that was a little free sample that I got once for Christmas. And now I'm just applying a little bit of strobe lotion to the ends of the brows because I do like a little bit of a shimmery highlight on the brows. Moving on, I am putting on Daddy's Little Girl lipstick from MAC. This is from the Artie's Girl collection, and I'm applying it with a Real Techniques lip brush. It's one of the new retractable lip brushes. The great thing to do with lip brushes is that I thought that it took forever to put lipstick on, and it does, but it actually presses the product into the lips and it makes lipstick. Oh, excuse my little cough there. It presses the lipstick into the lip and it actually makes the lipstick last longer on your lips. And I've actually got lip erase on there as well. I just like using lip erase if I'm using bright and dark colours because it just cancels out the colour of your own lips. Also, it's really moisturising and it's a nice base. After I filled my lips in completely with a brush, I use the lipstick itself and just put a nice thick coat of that on to brighten the colour. Then moving on to the gloss from Tanya Burr. This is Exotic Island. I just dab this across the lips and apply that just to give the lips a little bit of that gloss. And that's basically it. That is the finished look. It's just quite simple really. Nothing too dramatic on the cheeks, just a little bit of a pink touch and glow. A nice bright lip and then just a really quite simple smoky brown eye. And I really love this palette. I just can't get enough of using it lately, so I hope you've enjoyed this look, and I hope you enjoyed this look too. Beautyaddict92, and it's pretty easy to create, and again, I'm just obsessed with the palette. These are the brushes that I use from Sigma, and just a few photographs of me at the end. So I'm going to love and leave you there, and see you all soon. Bye! And don't forget to check out my blog to check out my review on the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And don't forget to check up on the next Baking Roundup to hear my views and thoughts about it as I've used it more.